Hello you guys, and welcome back to another budgeting video. Today, as you guys can tell from the title of the video, we're going to be weekly checking in with our expenses for the month of March. This week specifically is going to be week 3, which I have here is from the 15th until the 21st. So we're going to be looking at the Friday here all the way until Thursday. I did want to change something, by the way, because in here, I broke up my weeks into 5 weeks, meaning that the last week would be from the 29th until the 31st. But this month, if you guys don't know, we go on a paycheck to paycheck schedule. And since Victor gets paid on, or got paid on the 1st and then the 15th, that means that the pay schedule would end on the 28th because he's going to be getting paid on the 29th again, and that's going to count for April. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to white this out as well, and instead just write that week 4 is going to be from the 21st until the 29th. And then this is no longer going to be week 5, but rather a results week. So I have these like script stickers here that you can put on top of the week section. So some months will have 5 weeks, some months will have 4 weeks. March just happened to be a month that had 4 weeks, which is completely fine. Just wanted to go ahead and fix that because it really does depend when you get paid and if you go by a monthly schedule or a bi-weekly schedule. So let's see, before I get started, I want to write out my categories. These are the numbers that we've had so far. And I also get to add some money into these categories, which will be good. So let's start with, I guess I'll start one by one. So this is what I would do on a week that we get paid. So let me grab my calculator here so that we have a better idea. And I hope you guys can see everything. I try to stay focused all the time, but since I'm manually changing the focus, sometimes it's a little bit off. So I do apologize about that. So these were the numbers that we got, half of the amount for the month because we get paid once again bi-weekly. So we're just going to be adding the same exact amounts. So just so you guys get an idea, so for groceries, we were -33. So that means that now that we have added $250, we would be at $216 with $32. Now I'm not going to write that in here because I still have to write out what I'm spending, and then that will give us that total. So I guess let me just do this really quick so that this video is not super long, but I hope you guys get an idea of how I go about that. And if not, you guys will see me do it right now. So $150 for eating out. Gas gets $100 because everything is in half. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep doing this because, as you guys can see, by the second week some numbers are over. Maybe it's good that I do it this way because it's more realistic. So definitely let me know what you think and what it is that you do if you are on a bi-weekly pay schedule, because I know there's a ton of different ways to do things. It's just about finding what works for you. I didn't mention the categories. We have gas, household, beauty, baby, and last but not least, unbudgeted. I hope you guys can see that well down there. It's not getting anything, of course. So now that we have those numbers in, we are ready to lay down our budget expense stickers, which I already wrote them out, and I do have an unbudgeted expense, which we'll go through that really quick. I also wanted to, I found my car insurance stickers finally, and I never added a budget expense sticker for Easter. So I'm just gonna do so right now. If you guys are interested in any of these stickers that I offer, they're all from my shop, along with the planning tweezers and even this pen. I actually have a ton that I need to list on the website, so hopefully I'll be able to list that by this weekend. That's how that's going to look, my key here. So we actually don't have anything on the 15th or the 16th. But on the 17th, oh my god, you guys, remember how I said that we were going to cancel our gym membership? Well, we forgot about that and we got charged. So that's why that bill is there. But aside from that, we have 3 other expenses. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I have an unbudgeted expense for Old Navy. And the reason, it's so funny because we ended up going and I was excited because I had a gift card for Old Navy. But once we were about to check out, I realized that I didn't have the gift card with me. So we ended up actually having to pay for it. And since I don't have like a category or a sinking fund for clothing, although this was, I think I got 1 shirt and then a shirt for, or some pants for Vito, which we're gonna end up returning, I think, just because they were kind of pricey for what I thought they were on sale. Point of this is that we had to pay for that, so that's an unbudgeted expense because we don't have a category for that. And since we were at the mall, we grabbed a pretzel, and I think it was like a lemonade. And why are pretzels so expensive, you guys? This was $18.72. I took out the date down because I thought it might end up covering it, but just leave it like that. The last expense that we have was another eating out expense. We met up with some of our friends that we hadn't seen in a while, Kayla and Isaiah, and we ended up getting some Mexican food. So that was $63.22, which we've been doing really good with eating out. Like, we have not been eating out. We didn't eat out this Saturday or this Saturday, so it was nice to have, you know, some money in our eating out category to be able to use. Then we have a gas expense on the 19th, nothing on the 18th, and it was $18.43. Then we went to the grocery store, which we ended up going to Aldi and Target, so I just went ahead and combined the expense here. So in total we spent $89.19, and the only reason why it was so cheap, or cheaper than other weeks, is because I had a gift card from Target as well as a $10, well, a gift card that I got for my birthday, then a $10 gift card from a Circle offer that I had. And then on top of that, I had another like exclusive Circle offer for orders over 120. Okay, I don't know where this cut off, but I honestly refuse to go to Target unless I'm getting like some money back or a discount. And let me show you guys. I'm probably gonna pop in like the picture because it'll be hard to see, but I saved so much money with like the gift cards that I had and the Circle offers. So if you're not part of the Circle program or don't have the Target app, I definitely recommend, because they always have coupons and savings and like extra rewards and stuff. So yeah, we ended up getting some things for Easter, groceries. I believe I even got some clothes, and they had discounts on like the baby food. I don't think they're all gonna fit now that I'm thinking about it, so I might just end up putting it on the 18th. And this is what happens, you know, sometimes when you go to a place, I personally like to separate it into the categories, but I could have just had like one sticker that said Target and then separated it. But I'm gonna grab this 19, and actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to lift this up. And that's the good thing with these stickers, they're on removable paper. So I'm gonna, so that was $35.99 on formula. I used my beauty. I got my conditioner, my hair conditioner, which is not the one that I usually get, but it was one for red hair, so it worked out. And then I did buy some things for Easter. And I realize how crazy this looks, but it's okay. I'm just gonna separate it like so. That looks crazy. Okay, so that was that. Then we had another gas expense because I don't think Victor fully pumped this day, so I believe he had to pump again on the 20th. And then last but not least, Victor went to grab some lunch at McDonald's on the 21st because I don't know, for some reason I've just been going to sleep really late, and recently I've had like insomnia. It's been really hard for me to go to sleep, which that would never happen before. So I didn't end up waking up to make him lunch, so he just got McDonald's, and that was $7.64. I'm just checking all my trackers here. So we do have 2 no spend days, which is more than we've had before this month. So let me grab these neutral no spend days, no spend stickers I have. So we had a no spend on the 16th and one on the 18th. Like so. Perfect. And now I'm ready to move on to the weekly check-in. So I think I'm going to, let's start with groceries. We spent $89.19. And like I mentioned, we're going to subtract the negative amount that we had last week, and then subtract the $89.19 from here. So that means that we have $127.13 left for groceries. And of course, if it wasn't for the gift cards and discounts that I have from Target, then we probably would have been over for this week. But I like that I found a way to kind of, I guess, get around that. And that's kind of the point with like tracking your expenses, is seeing where you can cut some amount. Okay, my camera turned off, but let's move on. Eating out. For eating out, we have one of 63.22. Wetzel's pretzels 18.72 and 7.64. And then I'm gonna check off gym membership. We also had our gas bill due on the 19th. And my phone bill on the 21st. So many bills. So in total, that was $89.58 spent. And we did have 90 the week before, so we're just gonna add the 90.39 to the 150 and subtract 89.58. which gives us 150.81 left over, which is amazing. We've been doing so good with eating out, and I think a big part of that is because we've been really consistent with our meal planning and eating more meals at home. Then we have gas, which we have 2 expenses. One is $18.43 and $49.86. I think that's it. So we spent $68.29, and we were over last week, so I'm going to subtract the $9.94 from the 100 we're adding this week, and then subtract the $68.29. So that equals to $21.77 remaining. For household, I did not have any expenses this week. I was super adamant about not having anything because we were so over already from last week. So we were over by $82.79, and we only added 30. So that means that we're still over. So I'm going to write that in red. Right there. This is already looking way better than last week. Let's move on to beauty. Beauty, I had one expense of $10.99. Usually I get my hair dyed by now, but I think the conditioner has really been helping me, as well as I've been super busy, so I haven't really had time to dye it. So I had 50 last week and then added 50 minus $10.99 equals to $89.01. This is is another category that I've been doing really good with this month, but I definitely will be buying hair dye. So this is going to go down by next week. And then last but not least, I have an expense for baby, which is $35.99. And if you guys are wondering, like, why is it that you didn't just use your gift cards for the formula? The reason being is because I really want to keep track realistically of how much I'm spending for like formula and things like that. I mean, Vito's 8 months, so it's not going to be like super long that we're going to have to keep paying for formula, but we are like low on diapers, and I kind of want to get an idea of how much everything is going to be at the end of the month. So last week we were under by 7 cents, or was it 70 cents? I think someone mentioned that I had done the math wrong here, so yeah, it was 70 cents instead. So thanks to everyone who commented. I just forgot to go back and change that, but okay. So we added 100 this week minus 70 cents, 99.3, and then minus 35.99. That is 63.31, which is gonna be good because we did end up buying diapers. So that's that. And then we did also have an unbudgeted expense of $35.27, and we were already over last week, and we're not adding in there because that's a category that we just have as a placeholder. So I'm just gonna add these two numbers, and this means that we're over by $89.64 in unbudgeted expenses. And this looks so much better than the last week, but of course that just happens when you're going by a bi-weekly budget. So everything's okay. Everything adds up. I mean, we're still over household in this, but everything else looks great. I think the numbers look really good. But with that being said, I think that's all that I have for this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed or have been enjoying checking in with us every single week to track our expenses. It definitely has been our learning curve with all these numbers and adding more money and subtracting and whatnot. So definitely let me know if I'm off in any of the numbers. I think I should be good, but sometimes I do miss some numbers like this one right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up, as well as subscribe to my channel, and let me know how it is that you're doing with your budget in the comments down below, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.